Selling your home by yourself? There is so much to do, think about, and understand. Are you ready for it? Hey guys, it's Jerilyn with Brighton Living, and I'm a realtor with Preview Properties. So you are back for more pro tips by this pro to understand how to sell your home by owner. In this video, I will talk about how not to overshow your home, dealing with calls from realtors, how to make sure the buyer is qualified, and best practices for negotiating. Before I give you all this info, make sure you grab my seller's guide in the description below to help you learn more about what to expect. You can also subscribe to my channel to get part 3 of this video series and all of my other videos. So let's get started. How hard could it be to show your home? Many homeowners have a tendency to overshow their home. They hover over the buyer, they're overemphasizing every feature that the buyer really cares nothing about, or they push too much and create false urgency. So give your buyer space. Don't follow them every step of the way. Begin by saying you want to give them space to view the home on their own, and then once they regroup, you can tell them about the features that they may have overlooked. One of the main reasons many buyers avoid houses that are for sale by owner is because it's simply awkward. Few people want to be rude or hurt someone's feelings. To sum it up, give them space. Be friendly, but don't insist on making conversation the whole time. And if they are interested, they'll get back to you. My pro tip, if you do a walkthrough through the house with them, make sure that you are behind them. Never walk in front of your buyer, especially into a room with no escape, or if you're going up or down the stairs. Not that most people are out to harm, but you do need to be aware of potential risks. This is going to aggravate you, but the majority of calls you will get about your house will be from realtors. Some will be trying to get you to list your house with them. Some will be saying they might have a buyer for your house and want to come see it if it's the right fit for their buyer. Keyword is might. They probably don't. They just want to get into your house and see if they can get the conversation going with you about listing. Some will be giving you scary statistics about how few owners successfully sell their house on their own, which isn't true. At the same time, if you do take their calls, don't be rude or hateful. Just say you're not interested, but thanks for the call, and leave it at that. Your best approach is to just screen all your calls or don't answer them. Return calls to people who left a message if they're an actual buyer. You may get calls from agents who truly do have a buyer they represent and has interest in your home, and you may want to entertain that notion. But most agents are calling simply because they're trying to get you to list their home. When and if the time comes that you need to find an agent to list with, just give this girl a call. An important step of selling your home is to find out if your buyer is a real buyer. Have they been pre-approved? You don't want them pre-qualified. There is a difference. Can they actually afford to purchase your home? If not, why do you even need to show them the house? You should make sure to ask anybody who wants to come see your home if they have been pre-approved through a reputable lender. If so, ask them to send that to you before showing them the home. This sounds pushy, but it really isn't. Any good real estate agent would never take an unqualified buyer out to see homes, so why should you let them in? This often leads people selling their home on their own to Kate and allow people to just come and see the house without proof of funds or pre-approval. If you find yourself doing this and the prospect becomes a buyer and makes an offer you are considering, at that point, you must insist that they provide you with a pre-approval letter or proof of funds. And make sure it's from a reputable lender. There's no use of moving forward unless you have this. You've got an offer and now it's time to negotiate. Some people are naturally good at it. Many are not. If you're good at it and you truly understand the ins and outs of real estate, you're in a much better position. But if you are not, you might want to spend some time reading a few articles on the subject. It makes sense since the amount of money involved is likely the most money you will ever be negotiating with. However, even if you consider yourself a great negotiator in your own field of profession, real estate can be an entirely different thing altogether. Negotiating isn't just buyer makes an offer, then you get a counter offer, and then you come back a little bit higher, and then they come back a little lower, and then somehow you just eventually split the difference and meet in the middle. It can and does work this way sometimes, but it isn't all about price. It's about so many other terms of the contract. I hope this second video was some value, and now on to part 3. I still have one last video to give you to help you sell your home on your own. Finally, I will talk about what is earnest money. Do you need a title company? Dealing with inspections and appraisals and how to negotiate them. In the meantime, while you are anxiously waiting for the third video, if you are thinking of selling your home and you have a question, give me a call or email me. Be sure to download my free seller's guide, which you can find down below in the description, and join me on Facebook at Brighton Living to keep up on weekly activities, and don't miss my next video by subscribing below. I hope you heard some valuable tips today, and I will see you next time.